Hi everybody, my name is Jose Luis Garcia and I'm a teaching artist with Arts for Learning Miami. I'm a visual artist and today we're going to have a nice science experiment doing a project that my students always ask for. Today we're going to make slime. We're going to create slime using simple household and crafting materials like liquid glue, food coloring, laundry borax, contact lens solution, and food coloring. This activity is great for students grade kindergarten to second grade. I'll be sharing with you two different recipes, but for today's activity and both recipes, you'll need some clear or white washable school glue, a bowl, spoon, or measuring cup, some optional food coloring or glitter. You'll need some water and borax for one recipe, or baking soda and some saline contact lens solution. Take a moment to gather your materials and let's get started. To make slime without borax, we'll be using pure baking soda and saline solution like contact lens solution. We'll start off with our mixing bowl and we'll pour out 8 ounces of white or clear Elmer's glue. This is about 2 bottles worth of glue that you'll be adding into your mixing bowl. You can also include some glitter, beads, or other materials and textures that you'd want to add to your slime. Since slime is both a liquid and a solid, you might want to experiment with other material. We're going to use some food coloring as well. Now will be the time to mix in a couple drops. I'm going to use some pink food coloring for my non-borax slime. You can add a couple of drops. You can even add a couple drops of different colors to mix them all together. I'm going to use just a solid color, so I won't be mixing in anymore. Go ahead and mix thoroughly until your solution of glue and food coloring, along with your optional glitter and beads, is a nice, smooth consistency. Next, we're going to prepare to add our baking soda. You're going to want to use 1 teaspoon, which I've been using as my mixing spoon, of pure baking soda. You might want to ask a parent for help with this, as sometimes powders shift when being poured out. I'm going to fill in 1 whole teaspoon and pour it into my mixture until it becomes nice and smooth. As I begin mixing, I'll notice that some of the liquid from my glue solution is starting to clump together, becoming thicker and more like a solid. Once you've mixed your consistency, we're going to add our contact lens solution. You're going to pour in 2 tablespoons of contact lens solution and slowly stir into your mixture. You'll notice that it's going to begin to harden and become more stringy, picking up any loose pieces of your slime. Now using my mixing spoon, I'm mixing all of the solution together. As you notice, some of the stringy bits are picking up some of the clumps of slime. If you notice it's still too liquidy, you can add some additional white Elmer's glue. Mine was too liquid, so I went ahead and added more glue. If it is too thick, you'll add some more contact lens solution. Experiment with the amount of solution and materials that you use to make different consistencies of slime. That means some slime that is more liquidy and some slime that is thicker and sticky. You'll notice on my hands it starts to drip like a liquid, but when I move rather quick with my hands, it picks it up like a solid. Depending on your mixture, you'll be able to have even more liquid slime or more solid slime. Once mixed, you can play with your slime immediately or save it for the future. Make sure to keep it in an airtight Ziploc bag or container to keep it nice and fresh. To make slime with borax, we're going to start off by substituting our baking soda and contact lens solution for a box of powdered borax. We'll start off with half a cup of warm water, and we're going to go ahead and get 1/4 or 1/4 of a teaspoon of borax powder to begin to dissolve in preparation for our experiment. I'm going to use a mixing spoon to go ahead and dissolve all of the borax detergent into my warm water. Borax slime tends to be a bit thicker than the other recipe we used. Either one is fine. Sometimes some kids with skin allergies have problems with detergents like borax. So our first solution is a simpler version. In a second bowl, you'll mix half a cup of clear or white glue with about half a cup of the water until it's well mixed. I'll give my borax and water solution one last stir before adding it to my solution of glue and water. I'll go ahead and mix it in and stir it up. You might notice that it'll come together quickly in some areas and might seem stringy or clumpy, but that's okay. You'll start to see some separation between the two. I'm going to take this moment to evaluate whether or not I want to add food coloring, glitter, or any other materials to my slime. I'm going to add some more glue since I have too much liquid. What's great about this recipe is that it's a starting point, and you'll have to adapt and make decisions as you prepare your slime depending on the materials you use. Clear glue reacts differently than white glue, and different brands do subtly shift in the way that they work, so it might be a bit different. I'm going to add a ton of purple food coloring to my borax slime so I could differentiate it from my simpler slime without borax. You'll notice that there's still a lot of liquid in my solution, so I'll go ahead and I'll add just a bit more glue or borax. You're going to want to spend a good amount of time, maybe even up to 3 or 4 minutes, mixing together your solution and kneading together the slime concoction. I'm going to add a bit more borax just to thicken my solution. You can also use glitter glue, and that's a really good way to combine both your glitter and glue in one simple material. You'll notice how clumped up my slime is and how much more liquidy this one is compared to the other one. Slime will react differently depending on how you mold and use it. Remember that if you pull your slime quickly, because of its chemical and scientific composition, it will snap. If you want to stretch your slime slowly, you'll see that it will extend far further than if you pat it hard. We're good to go. Thanks for experimenting with art and science alongside me today. I hope you had fun learning about form and texture while exploring art and science. Don't forget to ask a parent or guardian to share pictures of your project and tag @A4LMiami and use the hashtag A4LMiami at home on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I look forward to seeing your science projects. Take care.